Hey guys, so this is the budget review for July of 2019, and my credit score stayed the same, so we're just gonna jump like right into the budget. No AdSense this month, and as you can see, I got a little bit more for paycheck than I thought I was going to. What happened here is I worked less for the part-time job than I thought, and more for the full-time job, so I got some overtime there. And the referral income, I thought I was going to get $500, and I'm not totally sure what happened with that. Unfortunately, the guy stopped a few deliveries short, and I didn't get that one. In the meantime, somebody else signed up and did all of theirs. And I'm filming this July 31st. I just got this paid out today. So just barely got that. And then interest income, this is from all of my different savings accounts, which would be my like specialty type funds and my emergency fund. With car insurance, I think I mentioned to you guys in one of my past videos that I'm trying to reduce my car insurance. And I got a bunch of different quotes, and I was waiting on a quote from Root, which is an insurance company that is national, but it's based here in Columbus. And they have sort of a new way of monitoring your driving from your phone, and then they give you a quote based on your driving. So I did take that test drive. It took about 3 to 4 weeks for me, and that was the holdup on that. Unfortunately, my quote wasn't lower. It was about $30 more per month than what I have now. And I did check with other companies after that, and I didn't get anything lower than what I have. So I won't be able to lower the insurance rate. But Root might work for you, and if you want to try it out, it also helps out me and supports the channel. I'm going to put a link up above. It'll be down in the description and also in the pinned comment. If you follow that link, you'll get $35 for downloading the app and completing the test drive. Even if you don't switch, even if you want to do it just to support the channel and don't intend to switch, that works too. And I appreciate that. Car payment is right on. I did go over in gas this month, and when I made the budget, I thought I was going to be taking the bus more than I did, but I also took a short road trip. It's about 50 miles away, and I haven't done that for 2 years, so I was a little over. Bills and utilities look way over, but let me tell you what's going on here. So the phone is included there, and it looks like I spent way too much on the phone, but I want to show you guys what happened here. So this was actually paid at the end of June, and it just carried over, didn't show up here until beginning of July. So there was actually two separate payments to the phone, and that's why it shows like that. So I'm actually not over budget for phone, and that threw everything else off. The other utilities, gas and electric, are fine. I did get internet at home. If you notice, I'm filming on my couch, which I haven't for like at least a year now. I did get internet at home because thankfully I found a low income eligibility program, and instead of paying $45 a month like I was before, I pay $14.99. So that is going to help me out immensely, and will probably help out the channel too, because it definitely helps to be able to do all this from home. Okay, with the student loan, that's right on. I was pretty close on fast food, but I made it. And you see, I went over on groceries, which I've never done that before. But I mean, I guess if that's the highest food category, that's the one I'd want to go over in, just because it's get more food for the money for eating at home, buying groceries. I have knocked this budget down from 300 to 275, and then now 250. I haven't gone over it before, and I'm going to see how this month goes. I don't think that's going to need to be adjusted in the future, because I actually found a new way to save on groceries. If you guys remember a few months back, I talked about getting groceries exclusively at Walmart, because I found out that all of, like, literally every single item was cheaper than Kroger or Giant Eagle, which are the other grocery stores near me. Well, I did that for a while, and then I didn't. Just being so busy, I usually go to Kroger because it's the closest thing to me, and they really don't seem that expensive, but they are. I checked the prices between the two, and they are actually on almost every item a few cents more expensive than Walmart. So I guess that does all add up. The thing that has changed is that I just started using the Walmart grocery app. I knew that our Walmarts here in Columbus, and I assume this is everywhere, have drive-throughs now where you can order online through the app and then just go pick up the stuff. And the Walmart grocery app is for everything in the store, even though it is called Walmart grocery. I use it for grocery, but you could literally order anything and they'll bring it out to you. The good thing about this is there's no charge for it. They do also, at least here in Columbus, they offer delivery for $7, but I mean, I'll get it myself. But the Walmart grocery is free for pickup, and I literally, that is the most important thing for me, because if I can possibly never go inside a Walmart in my life again, I will absolutely do that. And I think that you guys probably understand why that's the case. Uh, but this app makes that possible, and yet I still get to get Walmart's prices. I'm going to post a link up above and down in the description and in the pinned comment. If you follow that link, there is a code for $10 off your first order. Just one piece of advice for doing that is you can pick everything that you want through the app, but when I've used it, you always have to schedule pickup for the next day. It doesn't seem like they have same day pickup with that. And you do see I went over on restaurants by $4. In addition to what is shown on here, I did get a free Chipotle bowl. So there's like that rewards program, and I cashed in one of those. With gifts here, I wasn't sure where to put it. There's a guy that stands outside of our office. He's like a homeless guy, and he asked me to buy him a Pepsi, so I got that for him. But I wanted to separate that out from the regular snack budget. So right on there for rent and renter's insurance. The one big thing you'll see here is that I set this budget for storage, and I haven't paid that. Essentially, that bonus that I got today up here, this $750, that is going to pay that off. I mean, there's more than that, but it's going to pay that off completely. So for next month's budget, it's just going to be the regular payment. And since I just got that paid today, I haven't taken it out of the account yet. With everything else, it looks like a ton of everything else spending, but let's take a look. So starting out, you're going to see like a lot of spending this month, but this spending is all sort of getting my life together type spending and things that have to be done eventually. I'm going to take that net worth hit this month, but it was going to happen some month. First thing here, $591 for service and parts. One of the last, and actually the last major thing that I needed to do in this over a year journey of getting the car fixed it's been to get a wheel bearing. Now I did get tires this year and an alignment and an oil change, and I got another wheel bearing done, but I had a last one to do, and this one had got to the point where it was actually making a lot of noise, and I had driven on it for a long time since they told me to change it, and it was sort of getting to be a safety issue. So I did actually go ahead and I took some money, partial, out of the emergency fund, and I put some of it on one of the credit cards. So it's like partial each way, and you're going to see that when we get into the actual numbers. But that is now taken care of. And I am, what I put on the card and what I took out of the emergency fund, I am paying that back to myself and keeping track of that. With shipping, this is actually for my taxes. And I had to ship out my amended return because you can't e-file an amended return. If you guys want to know what's going on with my taxes this year, I know I keep mentioning it, but haven't actually like told the whole story. Let me know in the comments, and if you're interested, I'll make a video about it. Thankfully, that whole situation is going to be over next month, and we'll talk about that down a little bit lower here. Finance charge, That's how much interest I got charged on the credit cards. $41 on snacks, so not great, but it's on the lower end of what I usually spend. And then the home supplies, this is two different things. About $7 of that is toilet paper, and then about $3 or so of it is I went to IKEA and I bought a plastic bin because it's got to the point that my tax papers are so big that they won't fit in an envelope or even the paper storage boxes. So I didn't have 2018's taxes even put away yet because I just didn't have a place to put them. So I got a box to store those in. And personal care, um, you know what? I can't off the top of my head say what this is. Um, oh, you know what? Yes, I can. I bought face wash, and that includes shipping because I couldn't find it anywhere locally and I had to order it online. Um, I did get a haircut, and this place is cheaper than where I normally go. Didn't have a very good experience. Not the haircut's that bad, just a weird guy. But I am probably going to try to find somewhere else, and probably in August, again, I will have to get my hair cut. So, still trying to find the right place for that. The other thing, and this is another getting my life together sort of charge, electronics and software. There's two things here. One is that I got my screen protector replaced. It's actually a glass screen protector, and it's been broken forever. And anyway, the company I bought it through has a store here in town, and you can do a warranty claim for $10 and they'll replace it. So I did that because it's a $40 screen protector new. So I did the warranty claim, and then the other part of this is that I actually got a new phone. What happened was I've had my phone now for 2.5 years, something like that. It's an iPhone 7, and I got it September 2016 when those came out. And the battery was swelling, and the phone itself had actually cracked apart. And those do eventually explode. So it kind of was important that I get that taken care of so that doesn't happen. And I went to get it done, and they said, well, hey, like it's sort of like a safety issue. So instead of you paying the $49 or whatever it is to get the battery, we're just going to charge you that and give you a whole new phone. So the upside of that is I have a whole new phone, and that was the one I put the screen protector on. That was why I had to do that, because I ruined the thing taking it completely off to exchange phones. And I mean, hopefully it lasts another 2.5 years. You guys know I don't need the newest anything, so I'm fine with that. And then federal taxes. I want to show you guys this because it's not as bad as it looks. I am finishing up my payment plan to pay my 2018 taxes, and this was actually paid in June, and then it just rolled over, and then I paid this at the end of this month. That's why it looks like I paid $400. My payment amount is actually $200, and that's what I really paid. And then transfer of $1. I really don't know what that is. Credit card payment. That was a credit card payment for the small credit card. And then uncategorized. This was a 78-cent payment. I think I didn't have enough in one account to transfer to the credit card or some weird thing. And then when I put in the transaction manually in Mint, it wouldn't let me categorize it as a credit card payment. I don't know why, so I just left it like that. But that's what that is. Now I would go over to the goals page and show you guys how we did there, but it has already switched over to August, so it's not going to show anything accurately. I can tell you I didn't really contribute to this. Retirement balance did go up quite a bit because it was a good month on the stock market. And then the emergency fund and down payment, I did put at least 160, and I'm sure a little bit more than that, toward that. So that has gone up by that much. Okay, so for July, ADP, which is the payroll processor for my job, 71%. The referral for Instacart is 25% of my income. Wish I could have that every month. This is my part-time job, and then that is the interest that was paid on my savings accounts. Taking a look and zooming in here, you'll see that it looks like it went down a little bit this month, but it is higher than it was the month before that. And if we break down the numbers here, you'll see that my assets are lower by a few $100s than they were last month. And that's because at the end of June, like I think it was the very last day of the month or a day or two before that, I got paid. So I hadn't paid anything out of that paycheck yet, which is not the case for July. And if you look at debts, they did actually go up this month um, by a couple of dollars. And that's because of that combination of having to charge some of the car repair and taking some money out of savings to do that as well. So the one last thing is adding in my IRA that doesn't show up here. It is $2,755.57. So we're going to add that in. Now, not counting that number, the assets decreased $647.14, and the debts went up $2.03. Now, of course, like I said, that's not counting the IRA. When we factor in this number and a couple of small adjustments, because I wanted to make sure that a balance on the checking account's right and on an investment account, because they're always like a day or two delayed. So I updated them to today's account balance. And with doing that, that puts my net worth at negative $171,292.51, which is $510.12 less than it was last month. And I think it's been a good while since we've had a decrease, but as you can see, that's $510, which is less than what I spent on the car repair, which obviously that was something that came out of assets and, or in this case, partially came out of assets and it increased my debt. But I also paid for the phone screen. I went on a road trip and I got a new phone. So next month, none of that's happening. So it should be right back on track. And I think it ended up all right for basically being a difference of $80 less than what the car repair was. So if you're interested in either route and getting that $35 for taking the test drive, or if you want to get $10 off your order and not ever have to go in a Walmart again, but get their lower prices on everything, then check that link down in the description of the video and in the pinned comment. Otherwise, I will see you guys here in a few days when I put up the August budget with me.